Hey everybody, Joe Joseph here for thedailysheeple.com, and this is your news shot. You know, earlier today, I did a video on the ransomware that has crippled hundreds of thousands of computers across the globe. And how did it get there? It got there because the NSA exploits vulnerabilities within operating systems and other things, and, you know, records you without your consent, and you know the story. But they let this out. First of all, they come up with these exploitations, and then they use them. That's the first bad thing. You know, oh, well, you know, it's for national security. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're so much more secure now than we ever were. Thank you, NSA. And now, hackers, quote unquote, get a hold of it, and they exploit. And so it just goes to show you how crazy the surveillance state has gotten and how vulnerable we are to these types of attacks because of our dependency on technology. Well, this reminded me of something I went over a little while ago, and they have really improved on this technology since this article came out in 2013, and it was right after the Snowden revelations that people became aware of something called the Sentient World Simulation. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically a algorithm or a virtual world, if you will, containing 7 billion avatars, which are basically copies of everybody out there. If you have a digital copy, remember that when the NSA built their facility in Buffdale, Utah, they built it with the initial capability of being able to record every email, phone call, text message, any sort of purchase, transaction, anything electronic. They're able to capture for the entire world's population for the next 100 years. That's the initial capability of what they have. They can store all of that, and they can access it because their algorithms are so make it so simple for them to be able to pull all your data together and flay it out on a timeline so that they can cut and paste, do whatever they need to do, and or feed it into something like the Sentient World Simulation. And again, what it is 7 billion avatars that are built using the data that the NSA has obtained in their sweep up. And so you basically have a virtual world being played out in a quantum computer, and it's just unbelievable. And what it does is they exploit your privacy to predict the future. This according to techemergence.com. It says one of the major headlines in recent news is Edward Snowden revelations of the documents he provided was the high-tech software that they use to gather massive amounts of private information on everyday Americans. And again, they store that in Buffdale. Now, one of the things that they do is utilize it again for this Sentient World Simulation. And I mean, when you talk about the data, let me tell you what some of the things that it collects. Phone calls, credit card receipts, social networks, GPS tracks, internet searches, Amazon purchases, and Easy Pass. That's just some of the things that when, you know, you're doing your everyday thing, that's what they collect. Now, the program, Sentient World Simulation, is based out of Purdue University's Synthetic Environment for Analysis and Simulation Laboratory. Now, the simulator has taken the illegal spying that Snowden publicized one step further. Listen to this. The program has amassed databases so profound, they can look so deep into a person's life, they can predict their thoughts and future actions with relative certainty. Now, although this system is incredibly intrusive and raises a lot of moral concerns, they say it provides valuable insights into questions which could be extremely beneficial. Now, by gathering enough intelligence the Sentient World Simulation is capable of producing realistic simulations of various different scenarios, such as natural disasters, foreign and domestic attacks, resource shortages, that's interesting, and hazardous economic trends. Now, the program, once finished, will utilize the information from its colossal database to create these hypothetical situations, predict possible outcomes, and test the effectiveness of various responses. Researchers hope the system will provide effective answers to complex questions which baffle the most skilled thinkers and will create more efficient methods of responding to catastrophes. Now, of course, that's the pie in the sky, oh, we have nothing but the best intentions in our heart. That's that kind of thought. But really, what is it for? What they can do is they can predict things before it happens. And this is already being used. Again, this article was written in 2013. This has actually gone live and has been used, especially in some of the exercises that we've seen, these military exercises being executed within the border of the United States. Things that are totally illegal to do. They're actually using this Sentient World Simulation to predict the behavior of the population should this happen. And it's just an unbelievable type of technology that people have no idea is being used, and it's being used effectively to predict your behavior before it happens. I'm Joe Joseph. This was thedailysheeple.com's news shot. Feel free to comment below and visit our website at thedailysheeple.com. Have a great day.